Actually,
That ain't this in Street Fighter though. The no gyms allowed thing. They just don't see it as dumb.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Episode 15 of Hooter Alert Live. Today we have a pretty big episode. We have our resident we have our resident substitute for expert jury knowledge.
Wow.
Ooh,
So I'm
goddamn.
so blown. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yo,
so-
why don't we just get Jib on the show?
Oh
It's
my
true.
god.
you can-
Let's see if
we got-
Jibbo's on so we can flush Slim.
This is OC. I hate my
We have
Not
I am here. We have Kevin,
Eh.
and Elvin.
Hey,
Elvin, the hands Maglablo.
Okay.
hey.
And so Matt and Fumi went to DTN or Defend the North this past weekend. Some people got bodied in pools. Some people got bodied by or was it ham steak?
Oh,
What is that? What is that?
exactly what it sounds like, man. Don't make
So,
something else.
Yeah, and then we'll end it off with Street Fighter review last week, and another episode of Fuck Mary Kill featuring Slim.
Woo!
So great, let's get started. What should we start off with? Juri?
Let's talk about well, yeah, why not? I mean, we can go in order. It doesn't matter.
Alright. So tell us about your bae. Is she everything that you've been waiting for?
Okay, well, Juri is not everything that I was waiting for. 'Cause I was waiting for Street Fighter 4 Juri. This is not her. But she's fun, I guess. She's a lot more footsie oriented than she was in the past. Not even that. She's like a mixture of like Nash and Street Fighter 4 Juri and footsie. She's kind of funky, but she's cool. Someone is breathing literally into the mic. What is that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna blame Kelvin.
It's probably
It's
Um,
not me. But
I'm blaming
whatever.
Kelvin.
I heard it as well.
Stop being
Fuck off,
rude.
Slim. God damn it.
Okay, but yeah,
You're a guest in his house.
Thank you. All right.
God damn it.
She has a store from Street Fighter 4. She has a fireball and combo extensions. So now when you're storing, you're either storing like neutral tools or you're storing extensions to combos. And so you kind of have to do like anime style meter management for what you need to get in order to play her to her fullest potential. She doesn't play any character. She's not playing she belongs in this game. She plays what she belongs in every other game besides this game. It's kind of cool. So, should I say more? Do we want more?
Yeah.
Well, how about we just kind of break down some things. Here, I'll throw you some softballs. Okay,
Here we go.
so you're talking about meter management there. So give some examples of how someone would want to ration out her meter. Are you going to use all in one combo? Are you looking for setups? Do you forsake damage to build V skill? What have you seen as early strategies for her? Let's not even go with her red bar yet. Just talk about her stores. Are people just storing like madmen? Or how are they doing it?
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of from other juries, I'm seeing how to backdash store. And I'm like, okay, that sounds alright. But I think versus a lot of characters like a Cammy or a Barog or any character with like a long-reaching, I hate Sid so much, a long-reaching like horizontal type move. I feel like backdash store at the beginning of the round is not very smart. But when you do store, I normally go for the fireball store first because it helps you. It kind of fills in the blank spaces for her normals. Her normals are a little stubby, not quite as long as Ryu. Definitely not as long as Chun's or other characters in the cast. So there's a recurring theme for like DLC characters, the stubby ass normals, which is fine. So I store the fireball first, and then the next thing I'll get is her hard kick store, and that's a combo extension. And that's really important because without that extension, that store, you don't get any knockdowns without spinning bar. So you have the spinning bar to get the knockdown, or you get no knockdown. So, and you can combo the hard kick store from jabs, which is also really important. You can do jab jab hard kick store release, that'll give you a knockdown, and then you're good to go.
Mm.
And the thing that I get the thing I do last, like I'll store multiple fireballs, multiple hard kick stores before I store the medium kick store because it only combos from fears. And so it's really only useful if you're gonna chain through all her Fuhajins, which is like I guess okay, but I don't really like doing that much. I feel like it's a waste of my stores. Or if you're gonna try to get a jump in on a fireball, or you're gonna shimmy your opponent. So usually, if I feel like I'm about to go for a more offensive approach in the next, 10-ish seconds, I'll do a medium kick store, and then I'll look for an opening to use it. But generally, it's not as useful as the other two.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Talk about how important her V skill is, if it is important.
Yeah, just
Okay,
tell everyone what it does too.
Yeah, okay, her V skill is like a charge teleport attack. And so if you have level 1 V skill, which is, you tap your V skill button and you let go instantly, you do a cross-up attack. It's really slow, though. Not very dangerous, and it's -10, I believe. But if you hold it down to level 2, you can cancel it with like dash or backdash, and you'll have that for until you use it. And that level 2 V skill is very useful for anti-fireball because it has projectile invul during the active frame. So during like not the startup, like the midway through the full frames of the attack, it has anti-fireball in it, and so you can use it for punishes like that. And so it's really only good for some matchups. I like it versus Birdie. It's really important versus Juri in the mirror match. Because whoever gets the level 2 store, the level 2 V skill first, has control over the whole flow of the game because the opponent cannot store freely because you get punished with the V skill from anywhere on the screen. So there's that. You can also use it to anti-air back jumps, which I've done before. It's pretty hype. And you can use it in combos, but it's really good for... Oh my god, I'm getting bullied. Anyways, it's really godlike, guys. Oh my god, get hype, whatever. It's really good for like Nash. Not so good versus Ryu. Good versus what's that? Birdie, and other like setup characters. Spong or like maybe a Chun might be easy too. But yeah.
So how do you do the when you store the V skill?
Yeah.
The level 2. How do you use it? Do you tap it again, or you just
tap it
release
again? So after you can do level 2 just by holding it down and letting go. But if you hold it down to about when the smoke comes up off the ground, that's how I know I have level 2. I'm sure there's like a quicker way to know, but that's what I'm using so far. You hold it down to level 2, and then you can backdash or forward dash, and then you have it till you use it again. And when you want to use it, you just tap the V skill button, and you'll have the level 2 V skill attack, which is really good. But it's also -18 on block, and it's not cross up.
Does you have a level 3?
No, only level 1 and 2.
Seems legit.
Yeah, not very good for anti-air though. It gets fucked. It gets fucked.
So grade her V skill, A through E, or S through C, I guess.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to think about like S tier. Like what do you say S tier? It's like
For V
like
skills?
Birdie, like Birdie. Birdie uses like an S sort of V skill.
I don't know.
Oh
about
yeah.
that.
You can also cancel the V skill.
V-skill.
If you do the V skill, you can tap it again while she's moving, and you'll get a dash, kinda. You can like a fake out, like a feint type V skill.
Okay.
It's definitely up there in usefulness, but not super useful. I'll say it's a B. I'll say like B plus tier, or maybe A. Not as useful in every matchup like some characters like a Geef or something, or like Karen's. You can use it whenever you want to. Like it's always good.
Yeah.
But it's definitely still useful. Just hard to get sometimes.
Matt, turn your mic down a little bit.
Outside of that, she also has her, classic Feng Shui engine. This time it's called Penetrating Engine Alpha. And in that mode, she can do all of her store attacks without having to store them, which is really useful. But that runs down your V trigger meter. And also her air normals get juggle points on them, so you can do like kind of like Chun-Li style air combos. And also, she can chain through all of her normals. But one thing she cannot do, which I was really sad about, she cannot combo from her overhead. So that's not in her Feng Shui engine.
Legit.
Yeah. So I think I got everything. Any questions or whatever?
Yeah. Do you think she's easy or hard to use?
Oh, she's definitely an advanced character. There's like 5 different combo routes at any given time, depending on what tools you have at your disposal. So
Yeah, I agree.
because if you have a hard kick store, you can choose to go for that, or you can choose to spin the meter and keep the hard kick store for later, or you can do like jab into like regular store, like get a move, and then you can juggle off of that, and then you have to figure out which attack you want to keep. Or if you have like 3 stores, like you have light kick, hard kick, and medium kick stored all together, you can have like a jillion different combos. And when you add in like crush counter combos and V trigger, it gets to be a bit messy. And her anti-airs are not as reliable as other characters in the game, so that can be another advantage thing to work around.
Do you like the character? I mean, I know you said she's not Street Fighter 4 Juri, which is what you wanted, but
Yeah, she's fun. She's fun. At first, I was super anti. You can ask Kevin. I was so anti. Oh my god, I was so pissed. But she's fun. I like her. She has the DP, which is really good, and she has a jab, which I really like. A 3-frame jab, which I really, really like because I'm tired of getting mauled to death. That shit sucks.
Is her short 3 frames?
I think
Someone told me it was.
Hold on, I have it from me.
Someone said her crouching short is 3 frames today.
I feel like it's. Hold on. I don't want to say I feel like. I'll just tell you what it is.
Okay. If you have it.
Her crouching so her crouching short is 3 frames, stand jab, and crouching jab are 3 frames.
Wow, they're all 3
Just kidding, no. Crouching jab is 4 frames.
Okay. That's still pretty good, though. Stop
That's
and
good.
shimmy. She has that tool.
That's good. It's kind of steady. She has 5-frame crouching medium punch, which is good. She has +2 stand medium punch, which is good for whatever. She has a really far grab range. So her
Does she?
Yeah, her grab range or her take grab is at like an A tier, and then Cammy and Bison and like a couple other characters like S tier.
I told you, K1. That shit looks crazy, bro.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a grab range or a wall speed or her.
That's
wall
why.
speed.
Yeah, hold on. Don't construe it because a tick throw. There's multiple things happening. I need to see the facts before we just say she has a god grab.
All right, fine.
No, I didn't think she had a god grab. I think she had a good tick throw. That's why I fixed it. She has a good tick throw. I tested it against Vega. It doesn't work. That's how So the S tier characters can tick grab Vega from a walk back. They can do jab, grab, and Vega can't walk out. So she can't do that. But versus Cammy, who I think is like the second tier of walk back speeds, she can jab, grab, and it'll work.
Interesting.
Legit. Okay, so where do you think some of her weaknesses are?
She has kind of weak. No, she doesn't have kind of weak. She has weak damage off of punishes. She has weak-ish anti-airs. She has a DP, which is okay, but her DP, I think her DP is one of the worst anti-air DPs in the game.
I agree.
Why is that?
So if you jump like at a cross-up, not even like a deep cross-up, like a ambiguously cross-up range with certain characters, specifically Ryu, because I tested against Ryu just to make sure I can anti-air him, and I can't. Her DPs will both whiff. The EX one will whiff and the medium kick one. The medium kick one is actually more reliable as an anti-air because the hitbox is bigger. But it's not as invincible. So if you're late, you just have to hold that, basically. She has to air-to-air a lot of, like... I think versus Vega, like the jump short or jump hard kick range, like that right on your head range, you have to air-to-air. So any type of character that has a jump on the head type of attack or a game plan is really it can be a hassle to anti-air. In my personal opinion, let me say that.
So it's probably the same problem that Karn has.
Probably similar to Karn's, but I think Karn's is bigger. Karn's hitbox is bigger on her DP though. for sure.
Hmm.
It's pretty frustrating. So yeah, low damage on her punches, not low damage overall. Her damage overall is decent to high, depending on what you have again.
Mm.
But and like what you hit them with. But if you hit them on the punish, like -5, -6, 7, all of that before you hit 8, all of her punishes are about like 110. I feel like if I remember correctly. You know, tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine. Her medias are okay. Oh, she doesn't get grab loop. Her pressure after a grab is bad. She's
Is
only
it Cammy bad or?
it's worse than Cammy because she doesn't get it in the corner either. She's +7 on the front grab tech and +8 on back grab tech. And by that I'm saying, when I say back grab tech, I'm saying if you quick rise off the grab, I'm only at a +7 advantage on the front grab. And if you quick rise off the back grab, I'm only off, I think, +8. I might have those backwards, but it's around that for both of them. I might flip them if I'm wrong.
I don't know if that's Cammy bad though, because I don't think Cammy can even meaty off her grab unless she does drill, right?
She can do
In the
like
corner.
medium kick, but that's it.
In the corner, she gets like grab loops.
Yeah, I
not
mean,
getting-
okay, all right, I understand. In the corner, you explained that, but I'm just talking about in general. Mid-screen Cammy has one of the worst grabs.
I don't know. I probably Jury's up there. Even like I do stuff. I have developed a meaty off of it, but it's really hard to time and do. You have to do walk up, medium punch, and medium punch is 6 frames. And if you're +7 off of a forward grab, and you're doing a 5 frame normal, you're +2. And I don't want to get too mappy, but it's pretty tight in time. You have to walk up just far enough to touch them.
But it is possible.
Countering them. But it's possible. I do it sometimes. I'm working on it. It's pretty rough though.
Okay, so it's probably not as bad as Cammy's if she has a legit meaty that she can combo off of. But it's bad. I mean, it might be bad as compared to other members of the cast.
Mm.
I mean,
Cool,
but I think
great.
but Cammy being able to grab loop off of it is really good though in the corner.
Yeah, but I mean that goes into Cammy being that type of character whose sole objective is to destroy you in the corner or kill you for teching. I mean, you can pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah. With all that being said, I think I covered all of her weaknesses. I think that I saw so far. Oh, I was having a hard ass time earlier today getting abused by some Ryu fireballs. That shit was getting on my nerves. Because in the older game, or Street Fighter 4, not older, but Street Fighter 4, she had a lot of really good anti-fireball tools, and she still has some anti-fireball tools with her Hazansho. The X1 is fireball invincible, but it's slow, and Ryu's fireball is really fast, and...
What about your stores? They don't nullify fireballs?
Oh, they do, but they're slower than Street Fighter 4. They're a lot
So
slower.
you can't keep up in the fireball war.
No, I can't. I can. If I neutral jump one fireball and he toss another one, then I can do a store. And then after I do the store, I'm at the block again with the fireball. And then if I release a store after I block the next fireball, I think we'll trade again. It's pretty irritating.
Legit.
Mm.
That was a pretty good recap, Jeremiah. Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
So
Agreed.
compared to the rest of the DLC characters, do you think she's pretty high up?
I think she is better. I think she's better than Ibuki. I don't think Ibuki's good.
Oh my lord.
That's just me. I think Ibuki's okay. Whatever. So she has shitty normals. But, and she's a rushdown character. What rushdown character has shitty normals and bad jump-ins? Anyway, regardless, she's pretty up there. Not top 5 for sure, like in the game, but at least mid-tier. With room to grow.
I think she has a lot of room to grow. I agree.
So yeah. I'm seeing right now some complaints like just now about how Claymore is saying he doesn't think that Juri versus Nash is that good. I played against a Nash at my level, I guess, or like not someone that's like a pro Nash player, but a secondary Nash, and I'm playing my like new-ish Juri, and I felt like it wasn't that bad. So
Is she better or worse than Balrog?
I think Balrog is Balrog not good?
No,
I think
Good.
what's your
I think
opinion?
Balrog is. Okay, I personally think that Balrog is really good, like a really strong DLC character, and so I think that she might be worse than Balrog, but still higher than the other ones.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I covered everything. But yeah, I don't know. Anything else that I should talk about? I don't know if I missed anything. I
What
don't
do
want to
you
get too nosy. Huh?
what do you see being like for now? Like, what do you see being the her like problem matchup for her like her good matchup?
I think good. Oh, I think versus Keith is free. But her fireball is slow, and so if you try to V skill her fireball, you're gonna get grabbed. And she has the DP, and yeah. Also versus Laura, I like her versus Laura because if Laura tries to do this goes back to doing her V skill. If Laura tries to fireball, you can V skill punish her own reaction for free. And that takes apart a big part of Laura's game plan, because then Laura has to come in on just her normals alone, which are just okay. And
So
her
with no
loss is like,
stores,
huh?
like she doesn't have to store it,
No,
like
she has to store
completely.
it, but like once you get
Okay.
it, you can just punish. And so once a competent Laura player sees you get the level 2, they are not gonna throw the fireball, because the fireball it's literally such a free punish. I can like snooze and do it. So when they're gonna see they're gonna not throw the fireball, and so then they're just gonna come in at you versus your fireball and your medium kick and your hard kick, which are both pretty good normals, and your DP, and it's pretty difficult. And then you add to that her 3-frame jab and her EX DP as a reversal, and it gets pretty rough, I think. She might lose to like Balrog. I feel like the dash punch might be a problem for her to get stores, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't played against Balrog in that matchup. But like three fighting, I consider being a pretty tough or irritating matchup. I think Ryu, because again, like I said, that jump in is very hard to anti-air. And actually, you cannot use any normal or DP to anti-air Ryu jump right kick. You have to air it. And then you add that she can't really keep up in the fireball war, so I think that could be a problem. I see her versus Chun being kind of good actually for Juri. Because similar reason to Nash, you can. Well, I did not see this before, but Nash is also easy to V skill his fireball because he doesn't just chuck chuck chuck. If you're a chuck chuck chucker, it's hard, but if you're not chuck chuck chucking, it's pretty good.
Okay. And do you see yourself switching full time to Juri from Fang?
I don't think I'll switch full time because I just really like Pong. Like Pong is my favorite character to play. I have the most fun playing
That's really
Pong.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I complain a lot about Pong because I get fault because my damage is low and I cannot kill characters for nothing. But Jury is fun, and I've been looking for a secondary character for a while because Fallen does have some pretty hard matchups. And it's not even just me thinking this, like you can see it in like say you think I'm not good enough, right? So if you look at Shin, Zen versus Kazunoko, he struggles, and he even switched to Ibuki. He was like week 1 Ibuki. He switched to her in like grand finals versus Kazunoko's Kami. This is that hard. So,
Was that Kazu? I thought it was Xiaohai.
oh, I'm sorry, it was Shanghai. Excuse me. But yeah, just that matchup is really tough. So I definitely think I'll try to play, and I like. So far, I like Jerry versus Cammy. I like the DP. The angle that Kami tries to come in at, if she tries to dive kick you just anti her out the air. Maybe her jump short cross up might be a problem, but I think I could eliminate the dive kick issue, which is a big problem for Fong. So yeah.
And who do you see like as far as like people to watch or recommend like for something?
Okay, so far this has been a lot of tech, and I guess all the known players are looking at it. All the known Japanese players, excuse me, are trying her out because even if they don't keep her, they'll at least know what to do against her. So they're all trying her out. So you can look at Momochi or II or trying to think about some. I think Sako has tried her out, and they're probably not gonna stick with her. But if you're just thinking for like right now, You can watch them and get some ideas. You can watch me and get some ideas. I'm playing at a decent-ish level versus some matchups. Just like versus Nash, I felt like I was doing pretty okay. And even though I lost to Whaley's Ryu, like pretty bad, I had some good ideas I think that I could build on. So if you want to look at that, you can. There's Hamiko. Hamiko has a lot of tech coming out for that character for Juri. If you need like meaties and stuff, I have a lot of meaties down that are advantage on block or like crush counter meaties that are still advantage on block. So yeah. But there's no player right now that I would just play. Oh yeah, that player, because normally play Juri in Street Fighter 4, so there's no like returners. You know what I'm saying? Like with Balrog, when he came out, you could. Well, yeah. But besides, I mean, I'm thinking about American. So when you're
Blake
like,
is hard.
Get out.
Yeah, Blake is talking that good shit about your Juri, dog.
Are you being serious?
I don't know.
All right, we're done with it. I'm not.
Jeremiah, come on, dog.
All right. So yeah.
Hey, I was gonna ask you a question though.
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna ask you, like, who do you think? What kind of players would in Street Fighter 5? There's obviously players that play a lot differently because the game caters differently. Different players, different aspects of the game. Like, who do you think, or what kind of player do you think Juri will be more accessible to? Like Rushdown, lane players, like where do you see her going to?
If you like Nash or you play Nash, but you also are not brain dead. So I think Nash can people that play Nash, I think, cannot think sometimes because Nash has situations that will put you in the guaranteed situations after that. You know what I'm saying? But if you play Nash and you it's kind of 40 backdashy movement and the in and out, she can definitely play like Nash, I think, in the future. She could develop that way. But also, I've seen a lot of Fong players switching or trying her out. I think she's offensive but not very. So I think maybe defensive with leaning towards offense would be a type of player like that. So I guess if you're playing let me see. Of course, if you play Juri in Street Fighter 4, you probably will like Juri in Street Fighter 5. Does not even if they're the zoning part. If you missed that, I'm sorry. But she's very in and out. In 4. She was really balanced, offense, defense-wise. And now she's still pretty balanced, but it's not flip the switch, now I'm feng shui, let's turn on the offense. It's I have the opportunity now to go offensive. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Yeah. I think if you're overly aggressive, you would not like Juri very much. You might get your ass beat. You might do well at first. So
can players beware?
No, because some people play Ken smart, defensively, or kind of slow, for the most part, to the corner. So I think I'm not saying that I can play or can't play Juri. I'm saying if you're a all-in type of player and I want to just go ham and mob people, she's probably not gonna be for you because you're probably gonna get mad at her stubby normals and her frame data. Her frame data does not say let's go all in. Her frame data says let's go in sometimes.
You hear that, Jake Brown?
Oh, the shots though. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That's pretty much it for very breakdown.
Sure.
Very deep
solid.
build.
Great job. Wow.
You went 30 minutes without getting flushed. Give you the claps.
Yay! I tried my best. I practiced.
Hey. All right.
Oh, that room goes.
Let's get into our next topic. No gyms. No jimmies.
Please explain, sir.
So I think it was it Jeremiah last Tuesday? It was pretty early in the week last week. But there's
last week. It was crazy. Everyone was going ham.
Yeah, there was a tweet from a notable Smash 4 player. It's a Smash player.
Always with Smash 4.
And
that rapper's gotta go. Come on, man. Mute your mic, dog. Flush City on the way.
Damn it, Calvin. Why y'all gonna be eating this shit, you hungry ass
That's
boy?
not me, nigga. Fuck out of here. Oh my fucking god. Jeremiah, don't try to give me plus when your ass over here doing some fraudulent shit.
All right. Um, Basically, the concept of a gym is a random who just doesn't get it. And
Mm.
so say if Daigo and Justin playing like casual, and you're like, "Hey, my name's Jim, and I'm gonna be like, I want to join into, I want to play." Basically,
Mm.
you're that dude that like, you're not even
It's
worth.
waste.
Yeah, you're just a waste of time. I just wanted
Oh
to get
no.
your guys' thoughts about this. I don't know. It just seems like it's just like that god comp. I think you're just better than ever. Unless you're playing against someone that who else is a top player, you can't learn anything. Someone who isn't on your level.
Hey man, I'll tell you what. I had those experiences back in the day during the Street Fighter 4 times when I was a wee little scrub. Um, I mean that shit happens, I guess, but I
Where
don't
were
think it's
you?
really.
Paint the picture. What scene were you in? Like stuff like that.
I was at NLBC of all places. And yeah, people don't want to play you because they think, you're bad or they don't know who you are. So you're not a top player. They feel like they're wasting their time trying to learn or, learn from different people, matchups. But you never know, like, what you might learn. Like, for example, like Nash's setup off crush counter sweep, the two forward roundhouses into Fierce. I learned that off Gordon. And, people probably take Gordon for granted. But you could never know what you can learn or what's real, what's what someone has to offer. So
That speaks to me on a spiritual level.
what do
So
you mean?
yeah, so basically, I understand being a gym. Like not really
Hmm.
in the Soba scene. Whenever I try to play online with anyone that is known, so not really as bad in Guilty Gear, but still like kind of irritating, but really bad in Street Fighter. To the point that if you go to my Twitter, like you'll eventually see me complaining about being from a small scene and how like there's players that are worse than me. They get more shine, so they get more ability to practice with more people.
Yep.
Basically, like if you're not known, you can even be. I know I'm better than all these people, okay? But since I'm not from New York or California or something, no one knows my name, and so no one will play with me. And so it makes getting
Mm.
better really hard because you can't play with the top players or people that are good or like maybe like a notch above you and learn. So you'll see me like literally like begging almost these people like please play with me. Like, I promise I'm not ass. Like just give me a chance. I'll show you a character. We'll go even. I'll beat you. Whatever. And it's frustrating. I think as a new player or as a player that is not new, that's me now, who knows what they're doing, but just because they're not from a big scene or can't travel all the time because whatever reason, you kind of get shafted. I mean, it's really like kind of unfair. And I think as a new player, it could be a turnoff to want to come back because they'll feel unwanted and like not good enough. All these players are ass. The scene's freaking rude, whatever, whatever. So it's pretty whack. I try not to do that, but people, and I get it. I get it because all these people that if you're known, you're getting asked by you're on stream all the time. Thousands of viewers. Oh, I want to play Chris T. Oh, I want to play Chris T. Oh, I want to play Chris T. And so they'll tweet you and whatever, and I'm sure they probably play with these people at first, but I think after time and time, like you get tired of playing people that are not at your level, but at the same like breath, I get it online for like being bothered by every tweet that let's play, but I think in real life that's pretty disrespectful. For someone to walk up to you and be like, "Hey, can we play?" And you're like, "No, you fucking suck." Get my face. That's pretty disrespectful.
Well, what if you just politely decline? Is it still disrespectful?
I think maybe I don't know. Sometimes I can tell people are declining because they don't know who I am, and so to me it's disrespectful. But I mean, even if they believe you that you're just declining, like, maybe you're busy or something. I think deep down inside, you're being a dick. You're a dick on the inside. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the scenario, though. Like, what if you're at a major and you've drove, 7 hours to go to New York to play at a major, and you're trying to get some quality practice time in with players that are better, and then some Joe Schmo from Atlanta or something who's obviously not as skilled as the player that you want to play against, elects or offers to play with you, and you know that you're really not going to get anything from it or minimal stuff from it. Why does it make you a dick to politely decline? Because your time resources are limited. You've come a long way. I don't think it's necessarily.
I get that also. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think it's
like
necessarily. Let me just finish my thought real quick. I don't think it's necessarily rude to decline. I just think that it's more so just a kind gesture to accept. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
but also, how do you know that they're not good enough or not as good? If you never, like maybe
Watching them play.
maybe okay, if you watch them play, that's different. But there's a lot of cases people they've never seen you play. They don't know who you are. They don't know your name or anything, and they don't know anything about you. What is your guy like?
Yeah, that's true. But
That
I
is
mean, that's a different scenario. Then that's just like someone play or declining to play against someone they just have no knowledge of. But I mean, as a top player, I mean, some of those players really feel like they know everyone who's good in the scene, and most of the time they do. So if they don't know you, then it's almost safe to assume that you're probably not that good. I mean, I don't think that's too ego. I mean, it's slightly egotistical, but I don't think it's like criminally egotistical.
I agree. I think a lot of it has to do with location. I mean, the only time I felt like it was kind of rude was when I was at Arcade UFO, and I went. I mean, it's their local place. I asked to get next, and they both kind of got up. So I mean, that one was a little different. It's not a major, I mean, they're playing against each other, but they play each other all the time. Well, actually, maybe not, because it was Sen Cheng and Dongye, and I know Sen Cheng doesn't come out, so maybe it wasn't like they were playing all the time. But I mean, you can get salty if you want. I just got on the station, and I just beat everyone else's ass until Dongye wanted to play me. I mean, if you get 20 wins in a row, and you're like some guy that's unknown, people are going to notice, and they're, oh, this guy's pretty good. And then they'll play you. I mean, that works too. That's happened to me at a couple majors. Like, I'll just sit on my own station if it's like, if I see two players that are known, quote unquote players, having a good set, or like, I know that time is important, like for everyone, because like Matt was saying, offline sets with high caliber players is something that, they can't really ask enough time for if they're not from the same area. So it's very effective. You can sit down at your own station, and if it's a big enough venue, if there's enough players there, if you get a win streak going like strong, and you're crushing everybody, someone good's going to sit down eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean,
that was even. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, it's not the end of the world if so and so says I don't know. But go ahead, Matt. You're about to add something to it.
No, I was just gonna say that was even more exacerbated, like in the arcade scene. It was way win streaks were way more prominent at the arcade majors and arcade tournaments because it was made such a big deal. I mean, I still go back to the time when I went to my first major at ECC, and Justin and Ricky were tagging off on Marvel 2, and they had a 99 game win streak, and everyone was just lost track of how many wins they had. Some people said they had over 250 wins, but the games can't keep track of that, so everyone wanted a piece. But anytime someone else would get a win streak going, everyone would just eventually gravitate to that station and watch them. That's something that's kind of lost today, at casuals, just because there's 30 setups at a major or some stupid shit. But
that's true.
It was way more I don't know what a good word for it is. This is this hype, or it's even more like. This is something special happening right now, and I don't think that happens anymore on console setups at all.
Yeah, I know gyms allowed. I mean, it's tough. Like, I mean, it happens though. Top players, there is a bridge though that if you're not a known player, you got to just know somebody to be included in that realm. You know, if you know someone, they can by way of having played you, vouch for you. You know, get you into certain rotations or places that you may not have gotten a chance to play those players because at majors like events or things like that, it really is a time is money type scenario because it is such a short amount of time to actually play, like casuals, if you think about it. So it can be rough. I think that the no gyms thing at local scenes, though, is kind of that's where it sucks. Like if there's a top player in a scene and he's just like, man, 70% of y'all are just a waste of my time. I'm not playing y'all.
That's just whack.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, it's detrimental to the growth of the scene. It creates internal struggles. You know, people will loathe you. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that'll go wrong, and we've already pointed out some good points as to why you should play everybody. So, yeah, that sucks if that does happen.
I just want to add to the voucher thing. The vouching thing is freaking important. Because I know, so even if you can't get into like the highest level player of a specific area, if you go to play like a mid-ish level player of a specific area, and they know the high level player, and you beat them, they're all like, oh, yeah, this guy's freaking sick or whatever. Like I know for West Coast players that Arlia has vouched for me versus multiple players so that I could play them. That would probably not give me a chance otherwise. So yeah, that vouching thing is pretty important.
Who you know and who you play against is pretty important. If you want to, get tighter in the scene and get more quality games in with better players, it takes a long time to build that rapport. But yeah, it's an interesting dynamic in the community, really. I mean, I know all angles and all perspectives of it. I've been that asshole, back in the arcade scene where I wouldn't play people.
Good job for me.
I mean, I think honestly,
man,
I've done
I'll
that.
keep it 100, man.
I don't know.
Gotta keep it 100. You got the emojis on deck?
Man,
Yeah,
I
man.
feel like everyone has done it before, but I think I don't know. Something is.
Yeah, everyone's done it in some way or fashion. I mean, even in the console era, Jason knows we would just play each other back when SF4 started. So it's not like everyone's immune to it. But the point is, we are looking at the other side of the glass and saying, hey, that shit's actually not good. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was actually watching an episode of Cross Counter TV, and I don't know if Julio actually meant this, but they had Julio on maybe like I think it was about a week or two ago, something like that. And he said that in Street Fighter V, he feels like there's no challengers, like no one comes up and challenges or wants to play the top players. And he said, he'd welcome someone to actually come up to him and actually play him. And I don't know if he actually meant that or what. So it kind of entails to what you guys are even talking about right now. So I feel like, I don't know.
No,
maybe...
but I feel like what probably happens is that people do want to go play him, and then he ignores them.
nah, I can say at least what I've seen. Julio does play everybody. I can't speak for the rest of Trinity, but when I was at West Coast Warzone, that man played anyone. Anyone could walk up. I got next. Dude, he had this huge line of just random people playing him there. So I played him at West Coast.
I don't know.
Too.
I had a different experience though than you did, because when I had.
But you're talking about online.
No, I'm talking about also in person. I met him in person at TFC, and I was he was only trying to play for money. And,
okay, all right. Well, that's different.
Wait, what game?
He would
was it?
He would
Fighter
play
5?
you. He would play you, but you didn't want to play for money, correct?
He would play me, but only for money. Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. That's what they did in 4 because the game was so fleshed out. They were playing for money. You know why people don't play for money in 5? Because the game is very volatile and it's not like fleshed out like that. Because they're afraid they're going to lose their money. That's why no one's playing for money matches in 5. But in 4, when the game was very fleshed out, the point is he would still play you. If money match or not money match, that's that's a different argument. So
Yeah.
what argument we're talking about is he going to play you or not?
There's a lot of people in Street Fighter 4 too that would only accept or not accept money matches based upon character usage and stuff like that because of how fleshed out the game was.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
oh, I'll money match you, but you can't play this character.
That's
Like,
really
you know what I mean? Like, because the game was so like, no one wanted to walk into a bad matchup because people knew the bad matchups. People are kind of talking more definitively about bad matchups now, but I still don't get the concrete. Yeah, this is definitely this is 7-3 or this is 6-4. No question. I still get
That was
people
really
that
true.
tell me different things now. I mean, some people like some of the better players are kind of being more adamant about their feelings with matchups, but I mean, I still get the feeling that they're in the back of their mind they're not that confident.
I don't know. I think 5 is more about player knowledge than I feel like 4 was.
I don't know, man. That's definitely bad answer.
I mean, it definitely is, obviously, but like it's this game. I feel like you could kind of go in with most characters and come out on top.
I think
At least-
the top 6 or 7 characters only have a few bad matchups. But the
Well, yeah.
characters that are at the bottom of the tier list have a lot of bad matchups, and those are the ones
Also-
that are like very noticeable.
And also,
Yeah.
Kelvin, I haven't really seen like all the majors that I know, all the ones that I can remember. The characters that have been winning have been Chun, Karen, and like Chun, Karen, Ken, and Nash.
Hey man,
And
that
all those
Nash,
characters are known to be just like, really, really good. And all those characters, at some point, someone has said is in top 5. So, yeah.
I don't know.
Not according to Japanese tier list.
Yeah, not from
Which one? Which character?
Karin.
Nash.
Karin
yeah,
and
Nash.
Karin and Nash. They
Karin
put
and Nash.
Chun, Ryu, Ken, Nakali, Kami. It's top 5.
Oh, I agree with that. I said that before, and everyone disagrees. Anyway.
Listen, bro. I just think Nash top 5. I mean, he might be. I don't know. I think he's really good. He probably is in my top 5.
3 top 8 Nashes and Evo, though, is kind of hard not to acknowledge.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, bro.
Japan,
One nigga-
Japan tiers or not, 3 characters in top 8 usually means something's up.
Yeah, man.
And 3 Chuns. Also.
Alright, speaking of Chuns, move on to the next topic.
Hey.
We can go on about tier
Segue.
list all fucking. So, MOV won Spain? In this
Yep.
round?
Yes.
Yep.
They won Spain, and Ricky won DTN.
Oh man. Yeah,
Still the
Chun-Li.
mauling. Still the mauling.
But I think, like, one of the most notable things was, Virginia did too. Erez in fucking top 8. Holy shit. That was fun to watch.
I feel so bad for Lud
I really want
because
to.
I really wanted Lud to make because I met Lud that when we went to CEO. I guess he was a cool guy. I liked him, so I want to see him like do well. But I really feel bad because he literally dropped 5 combos against Flash, and he should have won those matches. He literally dropped, like, not even kidding. He dropped 5 combos. He dropped that one combo to win in the first match, and then it must have mind fucked him because he dropped 4 in the next match.
I didn't notice that, but that does suck. And he presses execution pretty hard. So
Yeah, I didn't see him drop 1 combo at CEO while I was watching him, and I don't know what happened, but that must have made him crack or something. Or something must have messed him up mentally after he dropped that 1 combo. And in the first match, it was actually just to win the match. Like, literally, he just flashed that pixel, and he dropped it.
and that would have made him top 8 winner side, right?
Indeed, it
That
would
would
have.
have been huge. That would have been huge. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
He's
went
had to
from
win that
guaranteed
match.
top 5 to 9th place.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, but hey, that happens. You go to tournaments. Sometimes you don't play as good as you can, or you in a certain match you don't play as good as you can. That's why they play the games, as Chris Berman used to say about football or something like that. I mean, look, he had a tough draw. He lost, and then he had to go against Dew. And I don't know if anyone knew this, but since we're talking about the Feds of the North, there was a little bracket controversy because the Smash GG brackets were different than the brackets that they ran.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw someone actually posted up on our Kappa of all places, and the Smash GG brackets, someone screenshotted them prior to the top 8. Oh no, after, I think it was after the first. No. Yeah. After, I think it was right before top 8, someone screenshotted what it looked like, and then after the first set of matches to get into top 8, someone screenshotted the other matches, and they were completely different. Like what you were supposed to play was completely different in the losers bracket than what was already like on the board, like for you to play.
Yeah,
if that
brackets
makes sense.
fucked. They were
Yes.
completely fucked.
Anyway, he had a tough draw, so he had to go against Dew. Dew's always not easy to beat. I know that firsthand. Blood knows that firsthand. So he had to hold that L, but he was not deterred. I'm sure he'll come back stronger in the future.
He was thought about that though, like not like the angry thought though, with the sad thought.
About the brackets or
No, about losing.
Yeah, I mean, I think any player who puts a lot of time into the game is going to be upset when they lose, when they know they're working hard. Lud definitely works hard.
He's like
Kudos,
on like the
man.
order, getting there every single time.
I know, yeah.
Top
He's
eight,
been ninth. Yeah, he's been very, very close to cracking top 8 at.
But I think when he cracks,
ever
it'll be
since he-
consistent crack also though. So I think that's good.
He hasn't
Yes.
made top 8 yet.
No,
that was made 9.
He just plays high.
Yeah, ninth at CEO, top 32 at Evo, and 9th here.
Yeah, I think he had top 32 at final round too, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, he did.
Was it?
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
Top 32. So top 32 at 2 big tournaments. Top then 9th at smaller. Well, isn't CEO huge also?
CEO is
Yeah,
massive.
CEO
yes.
is.
It's getting here. So 9th at huge as CEO. That's great.
And he beat Kazunoko, which is,
Impressive.
that's something.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard though to show the consistency. I mean, look, he beat Kaz, and then the next tournament they play, and Kaz beat him. I mean, it's rough. Like when you get to that level where he's at, it's impressive. He's continuing to get as well as he is, even though he's not getting top 8. It's like Jason said, he's really on the cusp. He's doing something great. So I'm glad for our boy Ludovic doing his thing. Also, like you guys mentioned, D-Rez did get top 8. He killed Smug, picked that boo-boo Balrog.
Man, that blew my mind.
He died so hard.
Man, the commentary is pissed off at Smug picking Balrog, bro.
I mean, look, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna just keep it 100. That Balrog is trash. Like right now, Smug's Balrog is not.
It was so
You thought it was bad, bro? I think it was bad though.
I
It was
just-
okay.
I just don't think Smug's a strong player in 5. I don't know how he got that far, to be honest. But
You think his
Hey.
Karen would have gotten that far?
I don't think his Karen is that strong either. I mean,
I
I
would
think
agree.
that Shine has a stronger Karen. I mean, I feel like I have a stronger Karen than his Karen. Justin definitely as well. And Shine barely cracked top 32. He
What if Shine
qualified
was
out of
good?
pools and
Right.
losers and lost immediately.
Oh, Shine didn't win his pool.
No, he came out of pools and losers, and he lost the first match.
I
I think-
don't know. You know.
The way I saw Smug winning though was he would be losing, and then he would get this burst damage from Balrog, and that's kind of a consistent theme from Street Fighter 4 that he would lose a majority of the game and then come back with burst damage. So I'm thinking maybe he just had like a lot of burst damage from people failing to block the Balrog overhead into the V trigger combo, and 350 plus another 350.
Well, he didn't play Karen until, he didn't play Balrog until top 8. Really, I don't know if he played in pools,
he
but
played
from the
Balrog.
matches I saw,
He played Balrog
He
on
played
stream
Karen
in
as well.
like top 42 though.
did he? I saw a couple maybe in his pools. I don't know. That's what I saw.
Maybe it was
It's all
pools, but I know for sure when he got to like the top whatever, and it's just stream time, like top 32, he definitely was playing Balrog. So when they said he had been playing Karen the whole time, I was like, what? Because I had only seen Balrog on stream so far.
Hey, not to compare two characters, but if he thinks that I don't think he thinks this, but if he is gambling that Balrog burst damage is going to get him through, someone needs to tell him that overhead is not Dudley's overhead, because that shit is ass. Like, I mean, it's you gotta remember the character is very new. People are getting hit by stuff that's not real. They're not used to reacting yet. Once people are I'm telling you, you fast forward a year. I'm not saying Balrog is bad, but what I am saying is the way people are trying to make him some like super duper high low, like you can't play him like Dudley. Like that's not going to work, you know. So he needs to look at. I mean, I think he was playing his Karin in a unique way. He's beaten some decent people in the game with Karin, but for sure, yeah, I kind of agree with Matt. He may not be as strong. Definitely, he's not as strong a player as he was in Street Fighter 4 at this point, and that is maybe a recurring theme because there's quite a few people that were really, 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 really dominant that are either MIA or are kind of just riding on the fact that they have a name from another game. So people are assuming that they'll be good.
And they also get the better bracket.
Oh, that's part of it. Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
K-Brad was
Brackets
having
are
a
all
hard
over the
time at
place.
first too, but then he kind of pulled it together. Now he's looking really good now. But at first he was looking a little rough in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I think he probably just hit the lab and trained a lot. I can tell he put in a lot of work.
He looks really good now, looking really crispy.
So yeah, K. Brad was in there. You know, D-Rez played Julio in the top 8.
Loser
got-
side.
Loser side, he lost to him. Flash, of course, was in there. He lost to K. Brad, and then was eliminated as well. And who else was in the top 8? I'm forgetting one name. We already said Ricky. Knuckle Dew.
And that's it.
Julio.
The 8.
Julio.
We said Julio.
Julio,
Oh.
Julio D-Rez, Knuckle Dew, Flash.
Art?
Who?
Did Art make top
Art!
8?
Young Art!
Art.
Youngest
made
of
top 8.
Arts. Yeah, he made the top 8 and lost to Dew and was like, I don't know what to do against Miko.
Yo, he did get fucked by Dew. I'm not gonna lie. That was free. But he was cool about it. And he got shimmy super.
Dew hit him with that disrespect. He dropped his combo and then shimmied him with super. I was like, why?
Yeah, that was so intense.
That was so rude.
That ultra disrespect at the end.
No, but then he also like paused the game so that Art didn't have to rage quit. So that was nice, you know.
What a nice guy.
But yeah, since you guys were there, tell us what the experience was like.
I mean, the first thing that's noticeable is that the venue was pretty small. Like, it didn't feel like a major at all. It felt like a regional. I mean, if you want to compare it to Top of the Food Chain's venue, it's probably about the same size, if not maybe a little bit smaller, would you say?
Wow, really?
I would say a little bit smaller.
Wow.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
really
so it was pretty small. I mean, it was run pretty efficiently. I mean, besides the fact that it was late, when the pools are running, I felt like the pools ran smoothly. I mean, they all started late, but, you know, such is the case with most majors. I know there was a bunch of controversy and difficulty in setting up the pools, and the Smash GG admin was totally kind of screwed. But that's more so on Smash GG, I guess, or whoever was adminning it or engineering it or whatever.
Do you guys know why they're doing Smash GG over Challenge now? I've seen a lot of that.
I think it's just because they think it's cooler because you can like log in as a player and see your upcoming tournament and stuff, and it looks pretty.
Okay, I feel like Challenge is just so much more efficient.
I agree. I think it is too. It's just that Smash GG has more features.
Okay, that makes sense.
Casuals were easily accessible all throughout the day, pretty much, which is nice. The spectator experience was okay. Wasn't like great, but then again, we didn't stay through finals. We kind of left early to get on the road. The hotel was sweet. Our hotel that we stayed at was sweet. The city was cool. I mean, it seemed like a very modern place. Like everything was very new. A lot of stuff to do. We got yelled at by a pedestrian. That was pretty cool.
I'm doing what?
I don't know, man. She was just pissed.
She was walking when it wasn't her time to walk, and Matt was turning right. And she basically said something shit, and I don't know. It was a really old black lady. I couldn't understand her.
All black ladies are the best black ladies.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fine. I mean, as far as personal experience, like, I don't think I had like a great time. I didn't have a bad time either. Like, there wasn't much to expect. We drove there through the dead ass of night and had to play pools the same day. So we knew we were going to be struggling, but we were able to take a short nap, thanks to RBG, and
Thanks, man, for that.
Yeah, that helped out a little bit. And then we got on the juice and played a little Street Fighter. We did about as well as we could have. I mean, obviously, both of us could have done better. We went out in losers finals of the pool. Both of us did. But on a better day, I think that either of us or both of us would have won our pools. And I can speak for both Kevin and myself that I think we both, at least one of our matches we lost that we should not have lost.
Yeah.
I feel like, personally, I felt like I should have won both of the matches that I lost. But, one match I lost because of just gimmicks, and the other one I lost because of lack of character knowledge versus Ibuki. So, it's whatever. It's fine. I mean, I played a lot of casuals afterward, and I, beat a lot of people that outplaced me very handily and easily. And, that's how it goes sometimes. It's whatever. But
would you go back next year?
Would I go back?
Yeah.
I wouldn't drive it, but if I had another free, the only saving grace of the entire experience was that my venue and my tournament fee was taken care of because of top of the food chain.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So I looked at it more as I just wasn't squandering an opportunity rather than, enjoying the experience.
Got you. Cool.
I think that Matt hit the nail on the head when he said that it didn't feel like a major. I mean, I've been to a lot of tournaments this year, and this one by far, in scope and just presentation, was the smallest. It was. I mean, they had like some bizarre of some vendors outside. The Hearthstone tournament was like on the other side of the hotel.
Hearthstone had like 6 people in that room.
And it had like 6 people, yeah. I mean, it wasn't really it was like more like a Hearthstone meetup more than the tournament per se.
That was so cringy.
But I don't go to these things for the pageantry. I'm there to kill people, so it didn't bother me. But if we're going to compare it to majors, it was the least like a major in my opinion. However, that aside, it still was good to see a bunch of different people show up from different places. I felt like I learned a lot, as I usually do when I go to these things, and I got a bunch of new tech and blah, blah, blah. So the growth is going to continue, and it was good to see other people do well that I know, like Lud, like D-Rez, like Zap. Shout-outs to our local friend, Zapparino. He got third there at MK, played really well, and it was good, man. I'm glad. He revived the MK scene, kind of. I heard that they were going to practice and all this stuff again. So I'm glad to see all that. The tournament year is long.
Yeah, I can attest to the fact that I don't know about you, but I definitely feel more motivated than I have been to play.
I was super motivated. Oh god, yes, definitely.
So I mean, I got into training mode for like the first time in a very long time last night, and after just a little bit of practice, I was just like, damn, I just never. I don't have the tech that everyone else does. I got a little bit at Defend the North from some of the Nova boys that play Cammy. Shout outs to Boom and Rob G. And watching K-Brad, I rewatched his set and saw a lot of the stuff that he was doing that I hadn't been employing. But yeah, I mean, I feel like once I lab out and I get a lot more frame data under my belt as far as the hard numbers in all the different particular situations that I was finding out last night, little by little. I definitely think that my skill set lends itself to being better than all these camis.
Hey.
But,
I mean,
we'll
that
see.
car ride home was the longest car ride of all time for me, man. I was really the journey is long, and it's sometimes you don't know if you're going up or down. You're trying to climb through the darkness, as Daigo said in his book at one point. But I wasn't discouraged, but I just wanted to continue. Like I just couldn't stop thinking about playing, like what I did wrong, the things I did good. Even from the casuals, a lot of people said a lot of good things about our plays, respectively. Even Kaysen, I'm glad, and then we didn't talk about that. Golden XP went with us. He didn't do great in his bracket. His first match he had to play Ricky Ortiz. How about that? Play the person who wins the tournament. Play the person who wins the tournament in your first match. So yeah,
With the 2-0 or the 2-1?
It was 2-0, but
Okay.
learned a lot. We look at the positives. He didn't play anyone from the West Coast before. I told him she's going to play faster than anyone you've seen play a Chun-Li. Like you've seen it on stream, but until you experience it, it's two different things. So he went through that, and then he lost to his Zangief. But he did something I didn't know if he was going to do. He played a boatload of casuals on those 2 days.
Yay.
And he beat people that I think he was surprised that he beat, because when you don't travel, you kind of lose sight. I always say it, man. I think our scene is the best scene 7 hours north or south. But unless people in our scene travel, they're not going to know that, And when he starts beating people that are the best from other scenes, and I'm not talking like 1 or 2, I'm talking like 6, 7 matches in a row, like beating them, then okay, now you see, I can play this game. When I do apply and put all these things together, I can definitely do well. I may not be the greatest right now or whatever, but I can do well. So I'm glad that he got to experience that. I know he's looking forward to going to more majors as well. And I do encourage the rest of our brothers, whether they're in SF or MK, because I know Zap revived them by how well he did.
Or Guilty.
Or Guilty, whatever games you guys like. I try to support everybody that's from our area. Since we are from a small little corner of the East Coast, we want to represent, man. And I think that Virginia's on the move. D-Rez put it on the man. Lud's been doing his thing for the greater DMV in general. So
D-Rez was also called Maryland, though, the entire tournament.
Yeah, that was actually sad.
That always happens.
That happened when I was doing well at TFC. They thought that I was from fucking North Carolina or some shit.
And Rai-Rai's been mayor from.
I think they said I was from Richmond. Actually, that's pretty ironic.
Yeah, that's as south as it goes in Virginia. It's like Richmond, or you're from DMV.
Or you're from North Carolina.
There's no Southern Virginians, bro. Just to let y'all know, man. But yeah, good stuff. Defend the Norths. I'm 100% focused on Summer Jam. All my focus is there. It's the end of August. I'm
21st.
I don't like putting a lot of expectations on things, but I'm going to work really, really hard for it. So we'll see.
I'm here to help, buddy. I'll get
hey, there
ready.
you go.
Where are you going?
No, I'm shooting for ESL.
Oh, I like
Hey.
that. But also, when we get to play, that reminded me.
Yeah,
It's
let's play.
imperative that we play. But yeah, so keep talking though.
Alright, man, so let's talk-
it's end of August, the 28th, the week before
21st,
ACT.
21st. 21st.
21st.
So 3 weekends away.
Able
Oh, come down to Philly, man. Take a train, dog. We'll see you, man.
Jason, come! Oh my god, I miss you so much.
Are you going, Slim?
Yes. This is my first Street Fighter 5 major.
Hey, real talk. A lot of us are going though, Jay. If you do decide.
Okay, I'm gonna be a stream monster, boys.
Root for me,
No.
You gotta root for me. You gotta root for me and make sure that they know that where I'm from. 'Cause they're gonna get it wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, they're going
Can
to
we
say-
go, dog?
Like,
I
he's
need
from Maryland, right?
your guidance
Yeah,
if I go.
I got your back, buddy. I'm always one Illuminati chat away.
You got
Hey, Illuminati. Oh my god. Urian boys.
you gonna call me up on the cell?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my god, the hotline bling.
All right, so USF.
There we go. There we go. Tomorrow's the day, boys. I feel like we need to have like fireworks and like a K1 Grand Prix like intro for this segment. Like
Okay, so someone, someone put me in. Is
the
tomorrow
pageantry
like
tomorrow. Tomorrow is phase 2 of Ultimate Street Fighter. Okay, so basically, since you have not been around, Aaron ran the gamut in the tiebreaker. He killed the brothers KOF, Kason and Jake.
damn?
And so he's in as the last member of the top 4. So our top 4 in order is going to be Sid the Haze as the top seed. Season finale, it's phase 2. Season finale would be the grand finals, which is going to be next week, Trey Star. But I like your enthusiasm. So it's Sid the Haze number 1. We have Rojo and Kelvin. They kind of tied for number 2 and 3, so it doesn't matter because they're going to have to play each other. And then Aaron, of course, since he won that playoff tiebreaker, is the 4th seed. So the first 2 matches are going to be Sid the Haze versus Aaron, Rojo versus Kelvin. Now, this is where it's going to get a bit more entertaining for everybody. We are running this like a double elim bracket until the grand final is set. So that means that everyone is going to play at least twice tomorrow. They're going to play their opening gamuts. The losers play the losers. The winners play the winners. So that means that these guys have had to prepare for up to
everybody.
Yeah, four matchups and character switches too. 3 matchups and character switches. So there's going to be craziness. It's going to be energy. And I personally think, I look at the spreadsheet, I think a lot of these matches are going to be a bit harder than most people think. I think there's going to be some upsets. I think there's going to be a little magic. We just need to get that like African woman to be the announcer, but it's going to be dope, man.
I can do it.
Hey.
I can be the African woman.
You know the one I'm talking about from Tekken
No,
Crash?
but I can be her anyways.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so look, we don't know how all the matches will play out, but I just want to kind of go around the panel, aside from Kelvin, because you are a competitor, my friend. But I just want to kind of get an idea, like how do you guys have an idea of who you think will be in the grand final? If you give those predictions, if you'd like, or just who might be the player that you would say is the player to watch tomorrow?
I'll go last.
I'd probably say.
Slim, you want to? Oh, go ahead, Jason, please, my friend.
I'd probably say Aaron, Kelvin, Sid.
Joe.
I'd probably say Aaron and Kelvin.
Or grand finals.
Oh, for grand final? I think Sid for sure. Agree. I would like to see Kelvin.
I agree with that.
The Destiny battle. I love a good.
A good backstory.
Did,
I also
did Did Sid play Aaron in the regular season?
No, right?
They have never played yet in this season, so no, they have not.
So that's what people don't understand, but I do. So that I think is the most important match of the night is Aaron versus Sid. Because I believe that Aaron has a good shot at winning that matchup. Because Aaron has good instincts of dragon punching. So like he'll go up I think at good times. And I think if he goes at a high percentage of like success early on in the set, I really think that Sid's going to get shook pretty hard. And I think the very first two matches are, more importantly, the first match itself is going to dictate the pace. And I think if Aaron wins that first match, then the second match, if Aaron wins that as well, it's over. Like it's just done. But I think that I think it's a double-edged sword, though. I think that if Sid wins the first two, it's going to be hard for Aaron to climb out too, because Aaron's not the kind of person that can climb out of a hole. He gets very discouraged, I feel.
I will say this. I think that and anything can happen. I really think that like we're going to see some craziness tomorrow.
Oh, but yeah, Juri is accessible, isn't she?
Juri is accessible. However,
you think he's not gonna play Juri?
I don't think he's going to use Juri quite yet. I look. If he uses Juri, it's a double-edged sword. I'm pretty sure Sid doesn't know what that character does, but at the same time, he doesn't know what Juri needs to do against Rashid. You know?
Yeah.
It's a gamble. Like I would put it like this. You know what I would love? It feels like 4-4, and then he goes Juri. Like 100%. You know what? We're going to win this now, or we're not going to win this. Like he does some crazy gamble. It would be very entertaining. I don't know if that's smart. I wouldn't necessarily say I would do it, but I think who knows? Who knows? I agree with you though, man. That match is the most volatile match as far as affecting everything else.
Yeah, for sure.
If Aaron wins that, I will say Joe gets into grand finals. If Aaron loses that, then I don't know. You know, I think Joe's fate is going to be decided in the match that he doesn't play in. I think that out of Joe and Kelvin probably has the better chance of deciding his own fate versus Joe. I don't think Joe can beat Sid Rashid right now. Like I just see that matchup and I see how he's playing it, and I'm like, you're not doing what you need to do.
Yeah, I don't know if he's good.
Yeah, I don't think you can learn it in 1 week. He really needs to play Sid in a long set and really get comfortable and all that other stuff to understand it. But since that didn't happen, I think that his best shot of getting in is going to be Aaron winning. However, I don't know. I don't know if Aaron wins though. Then I don't know what to say. I will say that man he killed everyone last week, and if he kills Sid, he's probably going to write his own ticket regardless of who he faces. Who knows? That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy, man.
Yeah,
tomorrow
but then again,
so crazy.
I feel like the same thing could happen. Like if Aaron wins, and then Kelvin wins. I think Kelvin could just go cruise, man. I think Kelvin could cruise to grand finals. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be great. It's honestly, I feel very good about these four players, and every match I feel like is going to be pretty competitive.
Yes, I'm very proud of our system right now. Like we've got to this point. We went through all those weeks trying to egg everyone on. Hopefully the show is entertaining, so that way people that want to be in season 3 know, like, hey man, it's about this moment, man. You know, everyone wants to get better, but this is how you get better. We create a situation, highly volatile, highly aggressive, you know, and who's going to show up, man? Who wants to take some souls tomorrow?
Exactly. Separate the hungry competitors from the bitch-made boys.
The boys from Queens.
That's right. And I don't know, man. It's gonna be a joy to watch.
Yeah, tune in. We'll probably get started because Aaron already told me he's not going to get there until a little after 7. So we'll probably start at 7:30. But that's all. I mean,
I feel like, we should start. We should start the first match as early as possible because remember we got like at least 4 sets to run. So at least
more than likely. I don't know. Joe.
Right, well, we have 5 sets to run. Actually, 5 has to be 5.
I will say it will probably be a little after 7 because I know Joe doesn't get there ever until after 7. So yeah, whoever shows up first. I'm not saying there's a set order, but once we have 2 competitors there that are set to face each other, we can go ahead and get scrapping. That's what's up.
Good call. Cool, man.
That's it, man. Everybody tune in tomorrow, man. It's going to be hype. I have nothing else to give.
All right. We have to do this. Fuck, marry, kill. It's just Slim.
Yay!
What's a good? I was gonna say the 4 from.
Okay.
Too close.
Also like 4.
Fuck, marry,
Yeah, like
kill,
2.
and I don't know. You gotta think of a 4th thing.
Fuck, marry, kill, and well, fuck is really like a side chick, so it's the same. That would be repetitive.
Okay. From the presidential candidates,
Oh god.
who wins? Who wins your vote?
Out of Trump and Hillary?
Trump, Hillary, and I guess
Libertarian Governor Gary Johnson.
What the fuck? Okay, well, I would kill Trump. Oh. I would fuck Gary. That's
Did
alright.
you like Google what he looked like?
Yeah, I did.
Oh wow.
No, I mean,
Oh my god.
I don't know. Is that a Hillary? The fuck?
Either one, you're gonna take a pretty good dick.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Marry Gary. So I can get consistent. You know, third party penis. Okay, so I will marry Gary, and then fuck Hillary. We did it.
We did it.
Well done.
The vote has been casted.
Just said I'm not for it.
Oh man.
It's so good.
Okay. Top 3 at DTN.
Oh, that was Ricky,
Do-
K-Brad, and Do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, Do is small. But K-Brad had that nasally voice.
No,
Okay.
no.
Who's gotta die, Slim? I want to know who's gotta die.
That's what I'm saying, man. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna kill K-Brad because he has that nasally ass voice.
That's
And then-
fuck, that's racist, dog.
What?
Oh my god.
Black Lives Matter, dog.
Oh
No,
my
no.
god. Oh no.
This isn't the
Oh,
platform,
God.
Kevin.
Yo, too soon.
Okay, so
Okay.
K-Brad's dead. What about these? What about these 2 spectacular Asians?
I would fuck Do.
Is Ricky Asian or is Ricky Mexican?
I have no. Mexican?
Pretty sure
Her name
he's.
is It's Ricky. Come on now. And then I would
I mean, you
marry
don't have
Ricky and then buy her a chaperone.
Good job, everyone.
But yeah, we did it, yeah.
Did it. We got through it. No one got flooded. Out of everything.
Couple close calls,
Yeah.
but we did it.
Tournaments this week. Is there anything to watch?
Top of the food chain.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna be there this.
You're going? Okay.
Hey.
I have to complain right quick about that tournament.
I don't know if I can go to the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
because Jason's coming. My brother's coming.
I will not
My
be
friend
there.
has a birthday.
What? Homie, you're not going?
That
Uh,
No,
tournament.
hey, look, it's up to
Personal
y'all.
reasons.
It sounds like me and Matt are both not going. So it
That-
sounds like the streets have been open. The gates are open.
That tournament
It's
makes me
sorrow.
want to suicide myself.
Why?
Because they run Smash the whole day, and then it still makes you wait for your own top 8 for hours. I waited at least an hour and a half to play Guilty Gear top 8.
Blow
Then
it
I
up,
waited
Slim.
another
Blow it
hour
up.
and a half.
Keep going. Blow it up.
Hey, look.
Yeah,
the
damn
gates
right,
are-
I'm blowing up. It's ridiculous.
The gates are
Fucking-
ultra open because Lord Traystar's not going either.
No,
No
Traystar.
So
What the
someone tell Yams he's safe to enter. He's not gonna die.
That tournament pisses me the fuck off.
He's not
man.
gonna die.
Unless
You know what I'm saying?
Roxas is there, boy, you better
Oh
hope.
I don't
no!
Oh no.
If
Roxas?
if the Dark One's there, you might not want to enter MK either.
Oh.
Yeah, that's well. That was too soon, man. Too soon.
Is it too soon though?
It's
Is it too
actually
soon?
really sad. That's the biggest
In
blow up
next
of our time.
tournament. Next, it's been a whole tournament since he's lost to him.
Like
That's
Traystar and Roxy. I mean Traystar and Dark One. They blow me up like in real life. You know, they make fun of me. It hurts my feelings.
Hey, no bully. No bully here, okay?
But I can safely say them boys have never seen me with the hands.
Same though.
They
Or
got
Dark
all
One.
else when I play them. Sid for first in SF. So you got Sid winning. You got Sid winning tomorrow, and you got Sid winning on Saturday. Is that what you're telling me, Traystar?
Whoa, he's gonna go for
wow.
the almost hat trick?
Yeah, this weekend I wish I could go, man. But I got Lord Kieran, I got Lord Jackson. You know, Lord Keith.
Unless we enter them into the tournament.
No,
Then
and also that
it's
tournament
them
pisses
free.
me the fuck off. The tournament
Jerry's
makes
got
me
like
mad.
some get together at his house. This is madness. This weekend's going to be madness. I have no time. I'm sorry.
Let's wrap it up, boys.
Wrap it up.
Alright. Thanks for everyone that's watching. Always appreciate the support. Pretty sure we'll have
We
a
were Sama.
show next day. I'll let you know. Yeah, thanks for my guys. Jeremiah, our
Yay.
correspondent Kelvin,
Hey.
Umijin, and K1. Yeah,
Hey.
that's us signing off. Everybody.
And as
Bye.
always,